Hello, everybody. This is Pamela Renee. Keep It Live Entertainment live in Philadelphia. I am here today doing my little special interview with my friend here, Olivia Faison. Did I say it right?
Yes, you did.
I said it right. Olivia Faison is running for City Council, woman in Philadelphia City Council at large, on the Green Party. Now, I know that some of y'all may not know what the Green Party is about, but
I'm talking about the people coming on.
oh. But anyway, many of you may not know what the Green Party is all about, so we need to know about what Olivia is doing. And I found that Olivia is a special person. Y'all gonna hear some great things. Just tell them a little bit about the Green Party and what you stand for. And firstly, why are you running with all these crazy stuff going on? Go ahead.
Well, Pamela, okay, I think I'll take one thing at a time first. And I will start by telling people about the Green Party and what attracted me to the Green Party. They have four core principles that resonate with me: grassroots democracy, social justice, peace, and ecological wisdom. So those things are sorely needed, I think, in our today's 21st century society here in America. So that attracted me to the Green Party, those principles. But why I'm running for City Council is because there are a lot of issues that I think we're confronted with. A lot of social issues, a lot of problems in Philadelphia, but there's some great things also. I don't mean to make everything sound so gloom and doom, but we do have one crisis that I don't think that they're addressing properly, and that's the crisis of our environment and our climate. Climate change is real. It's not a hoax. I don't believe it is a hoax. I'm a retired analytical chemist. So I am kind of basing my thoughts on what I've been trained, and also the natural instinct that I have. I have a natural curiosity. I question everything. And I don't mean to come off negative when I do that. Some people think I'm being negative just because I question. But I do believe in questioning because people will, and things will mislead you. And truth for me is something that always comes across. It sounds right. It feels right. When you act on truth, things happen right.
All right, I got a question here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we have Republican, Democrat, Independent. A lot of people don't know about green. Libertarian, you know.
Yeah.
And, well, those sometimes, they're not even acknowledged. You know what I mean? Yeah. When we go to vote, we go to vote. I'm a Democrat, I'm a Republican. Then you might say somebody's an independent, you want to just tell them off. Well, why you get, but I know our goal is to keep Donald Trump from winning. And that's what we don't want him to win. But the Green Party, what do they really stand out? When you say what you stand for and what you believe, what does the Green, because we can turn around and decide to go green. What does the green stand for? Now, when I think about green, it is about the trees, the water, the economical things that keep life going. Yeah. The birds and things like that. What does it really stand for?
Well, that's one of the pillars, the environmental, ecological pillar. And that especially is where my platform is going to focus, because those things are so important. The air, the water, the food, the birds, the insects, all of that is a part of our ecology and our community environment. So my platform is interested in preserving our breathable air, because I really think we have a problem with the air that we're breathing. It is full of pollutants. I think people, every third person that walks near me is coughing. People say it's their allergies or pollen or whatever. But I find myself coughing too, and I don't have
I'm
allergies.
spraying cough in a minute. I cough all the time.
Yes.
But I notice, like, even where I live at, there's no more trees. You know, they're cutting them down, but they're not replanting the trees. You know,
that's where our oxygen comes from. You can't go around and just spray the air and make oxygen form. The trees are responsible for it. So we need to make sure that we always have an abundance. And I think a canopy is what we need now. A continuous canopy, meaning on every block, every street, there is a continuous canopy of trees. And the reason for that is not just the shade and to protect from the sunlight, but I don't know what they're releasing in the atmosphere, but I see these things and I see this white stuff coming out, which I'm sure we're not supposed to be breathing.
What is changes in the ozone layer? If the trees protect us from some of those things, but they're not there. So
that's right.
If nothing's there, then where's it going to flow?
That's right. Down.
We got a lot of people that do have asthma.
That's right.
Asthma
rates are rising.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I know I have slight asthma. I went to the doctor today. How do you have slight asthma? I can't even breathe. You know, I have COPD, which, you know, where that comes from, the cigarette smoking. So you can imagine, you know, without the trees and what's in the air. And then I know over there they had a fire over in South Philly. And they say South Philly has the highest rate of cancer.
That's right.
You know, so, you know, where's our cancer and stuff come from?
And those kinds of pollutants are coming out from different parts of the world, the United States, West Virginia, even in Pennsylvania, some of these places where they have this coal ash or these high pollutants or the chemical farming. I mean, there's just a lot that goes into our air. And like you said, we're cutting down trees and not replacing them. So the oxygen balance is being thrown off. So we really got to get busy and plant at least 100,000 trees.
Now, you know, a lot of other candidates, they're talking about violence. Okay, we got a lot of guns, we got a lot of crime, and, you know, from yesterday, I think 5 people got killed in West Philly, I believe it was. You know, I mean, the 4th of July weekend, you know, came on TV. Every day in Philadelphia, somebody is getting killed. Every day in Philadelphia, there's a crime. You know, and I talked to someone out of state in New York, and I said, would you like to come to my show in Philadelphia, the Dexter Weisel show? He said, oh, no, they kill too much. I said, they don't kill in New York? No, he said, but every day I'm home in New York watching your crime. You know what I mean? So as a Green Party, and on a Green Party ticket, what would you think would be good to help some of this crime that's going on and killing? You know, did you have anything that you want to promote about that?
I think 2 things would really help the crime problem. First of all, jobs. Mm-hmm. There are far too many people and young people who do not have employment, don't have gainful employment. And again, with the Green New Deal, which is what I'm promoting in my platform, not just planting trees, but gardens and orchards, sweeping the streets, collecting the litter, composting, recycling, collecting rainwater. If there is lead in the water in Flint, Michigan, there's lead in this water. Maybe not in the same concentration, but waters mingle. So there's no way you can avoid it. But rainwater doesn't have lead. So collecting that and using it, if every structure, every house had a 50-gallon drum like I have in my house, sealed so no mosquitoes and bugs can get in, but the rain coming from the gutters, filled 50-gallon drums, 6,000 blocks, every house or structure having this, that's millions and millions of gallons of fresh rainwater that we can deal with, do something with.
Who is going to deal with all that water?
Well, it's ours. It belongs. We can fertilize. We can ship it to some place that doesn't have any water. We can, grow our own food like we should be doing. It can possibly even power our homes. The technology may be there so that, we can do something like that. So it's a resource that we would be foolish to not take advantage of because we get so much here. And how long is that going to last? With climate change, we don't know where we're headed with the climate. Right. So we should be proactive. And like I said, the second thing with the, and that's the jobs, and those jobs will, to me, you know, having every block have a green job where they're doing these things, collecting, recycling, composting, cleaning the alleys, sweeping the streets, taking care of the trees, making sure that our community, one block
Well,
at
you
a
know what it
time,
sounds like to me?
is healthy.
That's great. Homeowners are supposed to make sure all this stuff is done. You know, I mean, really,
I hear what you're saying.
if you know, we have a lot of people that have issue, problem, relationship, separation. Children are growing up in the homes where they're one parent homes. You know, there's a lot of problems. So, you know, and then you're buying a house, there's a lot of people going bankrupt, they're losing their homes and they're losing their jobs. Harlem is getting ready to close. There's a lot of people that are going to be losing their jobs.
Yeah.
You know, and when you're a homeowner, you handle, and if you're a homeowner and you have a good income, you can take care of your property, you can take care of your, and you're more concerned about your community. So I'm not saying renters aren't, you know, that's not true because you got some good renters who really take care of other people's property. But a lot of things that you're saying that they're supposed to keep their alleys clean, they're supposed to sweep, you know what I mean?
Well, you know, Pamela, I find that that's a lot of work, and that's a lot to ask our families to do. They are burdened with monumental debt. First of all, trying to educate their children, trying to find daycare, after-school care, the mortgages, the insurance, the health care. They're burdened by too many things. It's too much to ask of our citizens anymore. The block captains have done all they can do for 50 years. Some people have been block captains trying to maintain because they love their city and their community. But it's too much. These are jobs that should never go away. As long as there is people living in our city, these things need to be taken care of, and our city, our taxes can do that. Even if our taxes or some of these big corporations that don't pay taxes, maybe they can make good neighbor payments. But these are jobs that will help grow our economy from the ground up. They're jobs that are ideal for returning people, our returning population, people who need a second chance, people who are just getting out of school, who don't know what they want to do, but they need income. They can learn things about gardening, landscape, meteorology. We need to know about our environment, our climate. They learn about composting, the water, the treatment, all sorts of things, how to plant the trees, the architecture, the engineering that goes with it. So these are things that will help our community. Our tax dollars can certainly be diverted to if the taxpayers are in agreement, which I think that it should go before the voters. The voters should say, we want our tax dollars to support the Green New Deal at a grassroots level, getting at least 6,000 jobs for people who really need it. Right. And people who need a second chance. Those are the ideal people, helping them get on their feet and stay on their feet. The second thing about crime is, and this is just me, and all of this is just me because what do I know? But I have suggested, and I wrote a paper on this in 2015, if I have to buy license, registration, and insurance for my car, my vehicle, which promises me transportation, I don't understand why there's no requirement for license, registration, and insurance for bullets, for guns. My car promises me transportation. I might hit somebody, get in an accident. That's why I have to have insurance. A gun promises nothing but death and injury.
So you think
it needs to be insured.
Or taxed?
I think that, well, if you can tax a soda, you can tax a bullet. Now, they say sodas are such deadly things with all the sugar. What is more deadly than a bullet to the heart or anywhere? So, yeah, if you can tax a soda, you can tax a bullet.
Imagine following a bullet on my taxes.
So, well, but you know what? If we do impose something that will make the gun owners responsible, because that's another, it's being fair. If you want to tax the people who buy sugary drinks or something like that, well, you're taxing the people who are the poorest, pretty much, because they buy what they can afford to buy.
Well, maybe that'll make the gun department go out of business, because, I mean, with the sodas being taxed, I don't want to buy soda here. I mean, it's ridiculous. Exactly. I go over to the state somewhere else.
Yeah.
But this man is saying, okay, we support black businesses, and they got the soda. You know, the other businesses on the main line, they're not black businesses, but we would rather go over there and get it for cheap because we can't, afford these sodas.
Because
you know?
these high-profile drinks and these organic things that cost you $5 for a little container of something that's supposed to be healthy, as opposed to a soda or a quick drink beverage for your child or something you're sending them to school. But this is supposed to be so unhealthy. So what I think a bullet is a very unhealthy too. But the gun owners, if you can, when all of these massacres happen and these shootings occur, which most of the people who are victims of gun violence don't even own weapons. Okay, so out of the 33,000 people,
how do they get them?
They're So if you are a gun owner, be a good citizen. Help us out. Help us rein this in by ensuring your ammunition.
Right.
You don't need an arsenal. If you're protecting your home, you only need one gun, basically, with the bullets to protect your home. You don't need a AK-80, whatever it is, or double barrel, this or that. I mean, you can have those things, but they will be part of a gun collection.
That's been the issue for all my life, growing up in gang war and all that stuff. But you appear to be a naturalist. You like things of nature.
We are a part of nature. We need to stop living as if we're separate from it.
So it seemed like even voting for the Green Party to help change the minds and lives and the health. See, but we're not in great health. We're not thinking wisely. We're not living productively because we know, like you said, we don't have the fresh trees. I remember one day me and you and I was talking, and you said, "Whatever happened to the pigeons? When the last time you see the pigeon? When the last time y'all see the pigeon?" We used to feed the pigeons and everything, and I looked it up and I said, the pigeons served a purpose. Now, the pigeons are supposed to eat the insects that crawl up on us. You know what I mean? And the ants and the bugs and that, and pigeons used to be all around. I haven't seen, what I see? I see possum. It was that one with the long beak. There's a possum and a raccoon. And that I came running in the house the other day because his long beak was on the girl next to her porch.
That's the possum.
Oh, I said, I was screaming like, Pamela, you can't even run. But what has protected our community? We don't, the police. We can talk a whole issue of things, but Olivia is running on the Green Party, but there's some secrets about her. I learned so much because I support Olivia on her campaign. I go places with her, but then I learned the secret part of her, which makes it special, is that Olivia has been to Africa and she sells capulanas. And these capulanas is how we met, right? We met about the capulanas because she said, I'm having a fair, and Olivia buys a table with capulanas. Next thing you know, Pamela Renee got like capulanas on my living room, in my dining room, on my bed. I got capulanas. So y'all might say, what is a capulana? Well, show them this capulana. Stand up a little bit.
Stand up?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
a capulana. This is what the women in Mozambique wear. This is 100% cotton. As you can see, they're very colorful. I wear it the way I choose, but they wear it a little
longer. Mine don't fit like
that. But it protects their legs against, the insects and stuff, and it's very breathable because Mozambique is hot all the time.
So Mozambique is in Africa, right?
Yes, it's one of the countries of Africa. It's on the east coast of Africa, and the next piece of land is Madagascar, which you probably have seen pictures when you see a map of Africa. You see this little island right next to it. That's Madagascar. And so Mozambique is very much influenced, I think, by not just maybe Madagascar, but on the other side of that, the next continent over is India. And I think that they have been influenced over the decades and centuries by Indian culture. I see it sometimes in the capulanas. They're very beautiful and very comfortable, and everybody loves them.
She wears them well. I tried to wrap one around me, and I couldn't even put a knot in it.
Well, there's all kinds of ways to wear them, and I tried another way today, and I might show you how I did that, but I can't do it now because it requires me taking it off.
Oh, no, don't take it off. So that is very special because there's supposed to be some special things going on with that country.
Yes.
Bringing the flag
yes.
here.
Let me tell you about Mozambique. One of the special things about it is I do have family there. And one of my relatives is mayor of a town called Manjakaza. And she is doing some wonderful things there. She has brought productivity, peace, prosperity to a town that I don't think had that before. But they love her. And it has improved since I've been there. The first time I was there, the market wasn't there, the fishery wasn't there, the building of the hotel wasn't there. But I think in less than a year when I went back, those things were in place. And the people love her. They love Maria Helena. And so what happened was the city council, Janie Blackwell, city council, Democrat, wonderful lady. She and I share the same birthday, by the way. Today, by the way, yes, today is my birthday. I have to say that.
Happy birthday, Olivia!
Thank you, yes.
We're going to be celebrating on Wednesday.
On Wednesday,
so
yes,
everybody want to come out and have some cake on Wednesday.
That's right.
At the Crab Tavern, 201 McDade Boulevard.
Yes.
We're going to be celebrating Olivia's birthday.
But Jenny Blackwell issued a citation from the City Council of Philadelphia welcoming this leader from Africa, very few of them. And so that happened, and now it has culminated to the point where we are raising Mozambique's flag in September. This is the first time the flag of Mozambique has ever been raised in an American city, so it's very historic. And because Philadelphia has such a large diaspora of the African community, and they're also putting together a corridor on Woodland Avenue called Africa Town. They're in the process of doing this. Hopefully it'll be up in real
Africa Town.
Africa Town.
Wow, there ain't enough of us, right? We got our own. How about we have our own town? That's American African Town, okay?
Africa Town, on Woodland Avenue, yes. So, so the flag will be raised in September. And, it's just going to be wonderful. I've spoken with the ambassador of Mozambique to the United States, and he is very, very happy about it. So we're all going to be and you're going to be of course you're invited.
Yeah, I'm invited. It's on a Wednesday too, right?
It's on a Wednesday, yes.
Well, I won't be at the crab that night.
We'll talk about it at the crab that night because it's in the morning.
Okay.
So, yes, and there'll be a reception, and so it's going to be beautiful.
That's going to be beautiful. Also, some more surprises about Olivia. And you got to know who's going to be running the council. I mean, this is great because when I learned that Olivia was an entertainer, I mean, Olivia has been places that I would try to go. She has sang with people I would have loved to sing with. If she could just tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, well, I did background vocals for Luther Vandross. Before he was Luther, he's a very funny guy, very special. But this was before he was a star. I first met him when he just came off the road with David Bowie. And he had just written a song for The Wiz called Everybody Rejoice. And that was around the time when I first met Luther. He was a very poor, roly-poly guy. Didn't have any food in his refrigerator.
Oh, a lot of them started out like that.
They start out that way, yes. Mm-hmm. But that's when I knew Luther.
I'm still poor. I give shows. I'm poor. I'm just broke. I need help. No, just kidding.
The riches come in different forms. The people that we meet, the good vibrations that we get from entertaining our audience and the happiness we bring. So sometimes it is not all about
not
money.
about money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like hearing that either. But go ahead.
And Wilson Pickett, the late great Wilson Pickett. I sang backgrounds with Wilson, and I toured with Jay Leno before he got the Tonight Show.
Oh, okay.
Before he, who did he get that from? Johnny Carson? Was it after Johnny Carson? It was in the 80s. It was around 88, 89, something like that.
Well, I saw a picture and you were so cute. You were still cute, but it was just, I mean, she had an afro. Her and Jay Leno, y'all kind of like, looked like y'all were kind of going together.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, he's a funny guy, and I was taking selfies before I knew they were selfies.
Okay.
I just had one of those Polaroid cameras,
Yeah.
those little things, and so I was taking pictures of Jay. Every time I saw him, I would take a picture of him. One day, he just, we were doing something in Lake Tahoe. It was a show. And he just took that camera from me and put his arm around me and took a selfie.
Okay.
And it was like, oh my gosh, So that was in the 80s, but yeah, Jay was a very funny guy, very nice guy. He probably wouldn't remember me, but we did do quite a few shows with him. We were the opening act.
Okay.
So we opened with a show taking the audience back through time, doing old Connie Francis songs, the Run Run, and those kinds of songs, old Shirelles, and then we would have the poodle skirts on and from the 50s, and then all of a sudden we would go behind the podium and tear it off, and we had sling.
Is any of that on YouTube? Like, can we go back to YouTube and pull up Olivia with a poodle skirt on?
Oh my gosh! I have one or two photos, but I doubt it. Because this was in the 80s. They didn't have YouTube then.
No, they didn't.
No, they didn't have YouTube.
No, they didn't.
It might have been on a camera.
But they do have some videos.
They have some videos.
And YouTube has picked up old videos.
Yeah.
I
would have to, that's something, I'm sure that it was recorded. I mean, this was Jay Leno's show, and this was done, where did we do this? At Harris? Harris in Reno? Or Lake Tahoe? One of those places. We did do the Sands. While it was still here in Jersey. It's not open anymore, the Sands Casino. But yeah, I'm sure that footage is probably in archives somewhere.
So you was in another band, a group here, the Elations?
Elations, yes, Elations. Well, when I came back from, I also did some songwriting. One of the things that New York did for me, and I also studied music at Queens College. I started out as a music major, actually.
All right, this is
that's called Follow the Law. I wrote and produced that album in San Diego with a partner.
Writer and producer.
Yes, that's a contemporary. This one made Billboard magazine
Well, we're going to hear this.
97. Yes, okay, you can hear some of that. And yes,
and this one here
is
it's called Philly.
Eclecticity. That is an album, a compilation album. That's a compilation album, and we have a song on that. That's Larry Richardson's.
Larry Richardson. He passed away.
Yes, he passed away. He was a dear friend of mine, and he did a lot of the arrangement on the song Secure. But I wrote it.
So Olivia is, let's say, an activist, a songwriter,
a scientist. Forget that. I worked hard for that.
A producer. Wow, we can say a lot of great things.
I'm a mother, a grandmother.
Not a great grandmother yet.
A great grandmother.
Oh, you're a great grandmother.
Yes,
okay,
I am.
I'm not by myself.
Yes, you're not alone.
But this is wonderful because we need to know, and you don't even get a chance to know who's running, for what purpose. This is like in the middle of the campaign. Everybody else, they got their spots, but I think it's 2 spots left.
Oh, yes, that's an important point because in our Philadelphia charter, the 7 seats that are allotted for the council members at large, with those 7 seats, only 5 can go to the majority party, which is the Democrats. The other 2 seats must go to a minority party. That can be Republican, Libertarian, Independent, or Green like me. And I want that seat. I want one of those 2 seats.
So you're the only Green.
I am the only Green Party candidate. There are some independents running, but the Green Party has endorsed me fully. And we have other candidates running all across the country, and we've made a lot of headways. In fact, we have a candidate running for president, Howie Hawkins, is running for a Green candidate on the Green Party, and he's fabulous. I'm hoping that, our politics is such that it's very hard to introduce a third party. I don't know why, because this is a democracy, and we should be hearing from many people, many different representations of our cities, and we certainly need another voice here on our city council.
So what would be amazing to make the change? All we talk about is change. We want things to be well. Then let's go for green.
This is one change that I think.
Okay.
This is one change. Going green is something that I think everybody can wrap their head around, because we all need to breathe.
Right.
Doesn't matter what party you're in.
Right.
And we're looking at our grandchildren now. In 10 years, if the air is not breathable, then it's our fault, because we know that our air is not good right now. I'm convinced of it. And it takes trees about 10 years to develop the way
so we would have
need.
to stick to that, what we want to happen.
It's a lifestyle change.
Wear or lose.
We
need a light, because the ozone layer is crazy.
That's
I don't
right.
know what's going up on the moon. Is somebody still up there? Because I tell you, something going on.
Something going on.
You know what I mean? Because you don't even know when it's like the other day I said, oh, it's 9 o'clock. It was just light outside.
Yeah.
And then it's raining.
Yeah.
When last week they said, oh, it's going to be rain on the day of my show. I'm like, oh, nobody's going to come. That was a beautiful day. They can't even predict nothing.
Sometimes they get it really right, but sometimes they don't.
They predict nothing. I was sitting here the other night hearing a storm. And I'm like, I was just watching the sun.
Yes.
Where did the storm come from?
That's the kind of weather that you kind of get in the Caribbean. It's hot and sunny, and then the next minute it's downpour, and then it stops. But a lot of our climate change that people are not talking about, and it could be our activity, what we're doing, the emissions, the pollutions, the fracking, the carbon, the oil, but also our, and a lot of scientists talk about this, is that the magnetic field is flipping.
Right.
And that leaves us very vulnerable to solar radiation, to vulnerabilities in our...
Well, you can write a book.
Yeah.
You can write a book for our children. But when I was in college, we was talking about the tsunami in college. And I told my teacher, he said, why are you not doing this? I said, 'cause I don't want to hear this stuff. Ain't nobody having no tsunami. That ain't going to happen. Did we have a tsunami?
There have been, yes.
And where was it?
Especially with the earthquakes, they called it.
Everything I said
happened.
And and I was taking these earth classes, because you take an earth class when you can't do nothing else. You need one right, Phil. You need one credit just to graduate.
Yeah.
So I take an earth class, and I'm sitting there like that. And then one day I realized when they would start talking about tsunamis and the earthquake, and they even predicted some things that were going to go on, the shape of the. All that was predicted, and he acted like he just loved it. My teacher was like, I'm like, how can he like something like this? This is truly boring, but it's true. We one day, I hope the earth don't split in half, and then we made Donald Trump go down to the, make sure you throw on the right side down. But, because we don't know. We don't know. But if we do protect, like, you are about the nature of things. You are a scientist. You do know a lot of things. And bringing that into the council, city at large, we want to make our city beautiful. We want to make our city better. And we want to work with our children. Now, Olivia and I, we're at Dornsite Drexel. We went to promote, remember, we went to Dornsite.
Yes.
We went to promote working with children. Olivia does double Dutch.
Double Dutch. Imagine my surprise coming back from a 40-year hiatus, and nobody's jumping double Dutch.
I know I'm not. Last time I jumped, I broke my leg.
I mean, that's all we did. Well, we didn't have the phones, and we only had 3 channels on TV and a couple of radio stations. AM didn't work that good.
Can you imagine going back to just watching 3, 6, and 10? We're at 29 if you had some money.
Right.
And then after what? 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock.
The fuzz.
The
Yes.
Now, if that would happen now at 12 o'clock, the TV shut down. What the heck would people be doing?
We would all get more rest.
No, you have more babies probably too.
Because you go to sleep with the TV on, you're trying to watch the show. I know that's
and
what
your
I do.
electric bill is high.
And I'm trying, I'm falling asleep, and I'm watching the Game of Thrones.
And your computer, my computer's on.
And
my phone is in my ear. Oh.
I know.
Life has gotten too easy, too easy for us. You know what I mean? And we're not even, it's like nothing to fight for. Everything is right there. Do you know that my grandchildren work for these companies where they go get the food and take them to your house? Those little companies. And I'm like, you don't even have to get up and walk to the store. And that's why I'm gaining so much weight. I don't have to walk to the store. All I have to do is call them, and even the supermarket will deliver the food. We need to get back to nature and get back to some real things. But I want to thank Olivia for coming and sharing with us. Olivia is running for city council at large here in the city of Philadelphia. She needs your votes all around the city. I don't care, inside, outside. She needs your votes to get on that ticket. And she's going to help make some changes with the guns, with the trees, with the community, with the block captains. A lot of things that she said is, and look, we're gonna have some good time. We're gonna be doing some shows that can come out to,
music.
Some music. She's an entertainer. She's a writer. Well, she wants to entertain her. Now she's gonna be entertaining city council people right now.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, she's a great person. Do you want to say anything, because we get ready to go on and. So we can get ready for this party tomorrow, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I just want to say thank you, Pamela. Thank you so much you're such a gracious person, a gracious hostess, because I go to the Crab all the time, and I'm just delighted at the vibe that you elicit. Your humor is so funny. You get up there, I
don't try to be. They be picking on me, y'all.
It's all good natured, and everybody feels good about it. I just love it. And everybody that I have brought there says the same thing.
Oh,
so
great.
Thank you so much.
Thanks to everybody on the staff. Daniel Jenkins, who is our videographer, and who was always there for me. Even if I tell him I ain't got no money, Danny, can you help me, please? But Daniel, we've been friends for almost 40 years, and he's been a great support. And the Crab Tavern, I love the Crab Tavern. That's our family, and that's where we go. The band is 100% great.
That band.
And actually, while we're here, we're all getting the Heritage Award.
Really?
In August, the Heritage Award, the Smooth Groove Heritage Award. The band who's been playing in Delco for the past 5 years, the longest working band ever. Okay, the longest working open mic. Open mic.
Oh,
and
wow.
they have serviced over 600 to, I would say, almost 5,000 people. Daniel Jenkins have over 5,000 videos that he has taken since we've been there. And some of them, I think, are getting pushed. He got so many that I can't find some of the stuff I'm looking for. But we will be there on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. It's the 17th. Is that the 17th?
July 17th, yes.
Wow.
That's today's the 15th.
Somebody's birthday. Okay.
It's got to be somebody else's
That's my
birthday.
daughter's
You know
father's
that.
birthday. I think.
Oh, is it?
Something like that. Oh, God. I just want to remember that. But anyway, so we want to thank everybody.
Who are you going to have there this Wednesday?
Oh, this Wednesday, we got, Sean Wilson is coming out. He's supposed to bring his choir. Now, that's going to be something. And I hope I got the right, because you know Pamela Renee can make some boo-boo. But I hope I got the right Wednesday night. And he's supposed to bring, if he don't bring, he's going to tell us about the choir, and he's still going to bring that choir.
Oh, wow.
Now, I don't know if it's an all-male choir, but it's a musical choir. And this is what we need to do. We need to embrace everything that cut away. Because last week, they were getting the Holy Ghost up in there. They were giving testimonies. And, when I leave this house, I always pray, Lord, let my life make a difference. Now, I didn't do anything, but when the people came, and the Spirit was there,
Yes.
and they felt free to talk about this situation.
Yes.
Because we all go to the Crab Tavern because we have situations to get away from kids, husband, man, whatever, or just, some of us lonely, but when you go down there, it makes you smile. I came out of the hospital and sat in my seat.
Yes.
I couldn't miss the show for the world because I'm still there watching it too.
Yes.
So but hope to see you on Wednesday night. This is Pamela Renee, keeping live entertainment live here in Philadelphia, and don't forget to vote green. We're gonna go green, y'all. We'll be back again before I let you know how she's doing. You got one more thing?
Yeah, I think that when you do vote, push the green button first, and then go to your dentist.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, just so that we don't miss out.
Okay. All right. We'll tell everybody we'll see you later. And have a good day. God bless.
Thank you.